Hey everyone, welcome back to Open. Our next guest is a multi talented, dynamic, and accomplished leader who serves the vibrant community of the tri state area. As a Latina team leader, she brings a unique perspective through her work, such as her Claim Your Throne Queen network, numerous memberships, and leadership positions in the real estate industry, and her educational and motivational panels. Her expertise has also been showcased on television networks such as HGTV and Telemundo, and esteemed publications such as El Diario and more. Everyone, please welcome realtor, CEO, mentor, speaker, podcaster, and author, Claudia Inoa. Hello and welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yay, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm super excited that I'm here with you.
So am I. So am I.
Yes.
It was a pleasure to meet you at the speaking
Yes.
engagement for the Breaking the Glass Ceiling.
Thank you so much for being there. It meant everything to us that you were there.
I got to tell you, though, you ladies are powerhouses. And so even being in the audience, I felt like I was in the presence of like a movement, right?
Yes.
And so when you spoke, and having read your story in this book, this anthology, in which we've been having some of you ladies visit
Yes.
periodically.
Those superstars.
Yes, well, we're
Yes.
introducing you all because I think the different stories that are shared within this anthology are stories of bravery
Yes.
and the fact that you're all being transparent, right? Which to each his own in what you choose to share, but the fact that there's a lot of adversity within the stories that allows one to feel hopeful.
Absolutely. That's the goal.
That is the goal,
That's the
but
goal.
that's the humanity in that we all share
Yes.
as individuals,
Absolutely.
right? Because ain't nobody living no perfect life.
Never. It's not perfect.
Right. And I'm going to go back to the social media again because unfortunately,
Yes.
we are now dealing in a society in which everybody's just presenting themselves like they're living their perfect life. They live their best life. And then that is what's creating the mental issues because people are comparing themselves to what they're scrolling through,
Yes.
right?
Absolutely.
When in fact, that's
Everybody has their hurdles.
everybody has something.
I love that you said this and you brought this up because my post this year for 2023 was, okay, it was really hard. That's what it is.
Right.
Yes, you have some wins, but it's not all perfect.
You're talking about that wrap up of
Yeah,
2023 that
yes,
everybody was like, oh, I'm living my
exactly.
best
I'm
life.
like, yeah, I mean, I had a lot of wins, but I had a lot of losses too.
Right.
And I think we just need to share more of those so that everyone doesn't think that everyone has a perfect life
Right,
and that things are only happening to them.
right, right. And I got to tell you your story. I do want to talk a little bit about your story before we talk about
absolutely.
all the magnificent stuff you're doing. Right. When I read it, and of course coming from the Bronx,
Yes,
right?
baby. There's a different feeling here, I just gotta say.
Yeah?
The energy is just amazing.
That's what's up.
That's it, girl.
That's what's up,
That's
right?
it. That's
That
it.
is so what's up. I
Let's
love
do
that.
it.
I
Bronx
love that. I
girls.
love that. I love that. We're doing Bronx talk.
That's
Bronx.
it, we are.
Well, oh no, that's Gary. That's Gary Axelbeck.
I love it.
No, but I feel you, and
Yeah.
I appreciate that recognition, right? All that reflection, I should say.
That's the reflection, baby.
That's what we're talking about.
That's
right?
it.
It's a beautiful thing. All right, you guys had to be here, but you know what? I think you can absorb it and you can feel it just viewing
Yes.
it, right? And so in your story, you shared this one particular piece that I think is really the culprit to your motivation, right?
Yes.
And that is you felt neglected.
Yes.
Right? I mean, I know that's not the gist of the story,
Yeah,
but
that's okay.
it was like the beginning, like the seed that was planted to move you
Yes.
to make things happen.
I felt like nothing.
And that is a similar feeling to a lot of us, right? In some form or another, right?
Yes.
Going back to social media, why are people up there showing? Because they feel like they need to be seen,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
So, what would you consider healthy and unhealthy?
Social media wise?
No, just
or
in general.
in general?
Just in seeking that attention.
Well, I definitely think that, and I wouldn't have been able to do this without healing my inner child. So I started speaking to that little girl. And before I was there, it was a lot of negative talk.
Right.
So affirmations and affirming who you are, talking positive about yourself is huge.
Yeah. To
That's
yourself
the start,
too.
to yourself.
Right. Right.
In the mirror.
Right.
Yes, you're beautiful. Yes, I belong. I am here for a reason.
Right.
That's just the beginning.
It's like to remind yourself,
Yes,
right?
yes.
It's like remind yourself of what it is that you have overcome versus marinating and what you had to deal with. It's a different mindset.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
And so going back to your story, right? Because you shared some pretty detailed stuff. I mean, it was a quick journey. Honestly, I could read a whole book on it.
No,
Right? I was like, oh my God.
this is the beginning, and
Right.
I'm okay sharing whatever we want to talk about here because
Okay.
it was meant for so many people
Right. Yes.
that are
Yes.
just closed up about it.
Right. I mean, okay, so first of all, I'm just going to remind everybody that she is top in real estate. She is a speaker who travels extensively. She's a mom to 3.
Yes.
And she, as I mentioned, you know, she's a business owner, right? And she has a podcast as well. However, the journey to get there was like through trial and error in understanding like, well, what do I need to do in order to move forward? And it was through her ambition of being in a position that somebody thought she couldn't get to. Right? Because I think it was your grandfather.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Your grandfather was like, oh, you can't get a better job than that.
You can't.
And you were in retail.
That's right. I was like, you can't. If you leave, you're going to have to come back. And I was like, there's no way. I'm not coming back.
Right. And so there's the opportunity of having been sent to a boarding school, ending up coming back, being put to get married, then from being put to get married, not completing high school, opting to get the GED just so that she can have a sense of completion.
Yes.
Right? Because completion is a big word too.
That's it. That's it. You got it, girl.
I
You got it.
know, I was like, oh my God,
there.
I was in there.
You dove in there. I love it.
Yeah. But it's important because for anybody who may be watching and may be struggling with whatever your education, your circumstances, your family culture, right? Because that was your situation.
Yes.
Right? They put you to get married as a teenager.
Yes. I got married at 16 years old.
Right. And now you have 3 children.
I have 3 children, Audrey, Priscilla, and Ethan. And Audrey, I'm telling you, I don't know what came over me. I was just like, I knew I needed to be so much more for her.
The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I just took off. I was just like, oh, you're not good for me anymore. This is not good for me anymore. I need to go.
When we say you're not good for me anymore, we're talking about the first husband.
And anything.
Right.
In general, yes.
The first husband. And then we went to the second. No, I'm talking
about
let's go to details.
I just exited out everything and anything that was in my way.
Right.
To stop me from achieving those goals that I had. And that was it. It was just go time.
So when we say goal time, how long ago was that? And you know, as succinct as possible, how did you jump so quickly?
Well, I don't feel it was quickly.
Well, I know.
I feel it was forever.
Well, because you made a lot of investments.
Yes.
And when I say investments in herself.
Yes.
Right?
I did. Well, I tell you, as soon as I got back from Florida, I looked for a job. Of course, my family at that point was in positions that they could help with that. But babysitter and all, working full time, going to college here and there when I could, you know, to put in those credits. And the ambition that I had was so big that it was like, okay, we gotta move on. And that's where my grandfather told me if I left. So I started knocking on doors like Talbots. They taught me everything that I needed to know on the other side of business, on the retail side.
Right.
And then I grew there, opened multiple stores with them. And then one day I was like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I can go get a corporate job. That was boring. They offered me something and I didn't get it. And then I was like, okay, that's it. I'm working for myself. I'm doing real estate. And that's where everything else opened up for me.
Because real estate is determined on how you sell.
That's right.
Right?
I knew I had the sales in me
Right.
after all those years of training so many people and selling myself. So I said, okay, let me try real estate.
And that
I loved it. I loved it. I actually told the lady that was helping me with the house, I think I could be your assistant. You need help. And that was my door.
and that was your door.
That was my door.
And here we are how many years later?
And that was 13 years later
Right.
from the real estate. Yes.
Right? And where you are now?
And here we are with, definitely I would like to say that I've been a mentor to so many in real estate. And I'm a trainer, coach, but I love it. And I love my clients and they love me back. So we built a business from those clients and their referrals.
And you're here in the tri-state area.
Yes, I do New York and New Jersey. And that's my life right now, really. I find a way to bring it all together. Then the podcast came, Claim Your Throne Queen.
Right.
Of course, I've met many women that don't feel that they have it in them. And I just want to tell you, you do. Everyone has a different gift. Everyone has a different gift, different flavor. Let's do it.
And then you
gotta
have
find it.
Right.
You gotta
have to
find it.
And you know what? You gotta pass it on because that's
right.
the way it moves.
Absolutely.
That's the way it
Absolutely.
moves.
So different organizations, I'm director of membership for Latinos of Real Estate. We love to help our Hispanic community, whether you're working or you're thinking about buying a house, we're there to support. The Women's Council of Realtors, just being a guide for those women to know that we got them.
I like
And we're
that.
helping them grow. And I was one of those women that were like, can I do it? I questioned it.
Right.
So I had to definitely be part of the Women's Council of Realtors in Bergen County. This is my second year, I'm president-elect. And I'm just so excited about helping all these women just really do what's inside of them.
Right. And to plan for a better future. Because that's really what it's
That's
all
what
about.
it is.
Right? It's cool.
Everyone wants something different, but you have it in you.
Right. We all have it in you, and then we have people like you to guide us along the way.
I am here to be a guide and a mentor for anyone because I had one, and I believe that anyone should have one.
Well, we thank you for bringing it here on our show.
Yes.
Claudia,
Thank you so much for having me, girl.
I know, it's over just like that. I'm like,
But
yeah.
I loved it, and I loved the energy and being here with you.
Well, we're grateful.
Blessings.
Yo,
Love
blessings
it.
to you. Thank you. And once again, you guys, Breaking the Glass Ceiling, this book, obviously we shared a few authors already here on set, and it's available on Amazon. But
Yes.
this is Claudia Inoa, the multi-talented realtor, CEO, mentor, speaker, and podcaster. And once again, for more information, you can visit ClaudiaInoa.com, and you can check her out on Instagram at Claudia Inoa. Stay tuned for our Open Artist Spotlight coming up next.
Thank you.